Hello everyone, this is DC Wood here, reviewing reviving the old Review of the Week tradition from Beartown Radio's old Curtain Call show. Now, as you know, I've been reviewing Destiny of the Doctor, all the audiobooks released by Big Finish and Audio Go from the 50th anniversary last year, and ever since Day of the Doctor I've been looking forward to Series 8 and Peter Capaldi starting the search for the resurrected Gallifrey, and then I got wind that this was coming out. This is Doctor Who, Engines of War, written by George Mann, and this is the story that a lot of fans have been waiting for, because this is the novel that finally sheds more light on the infamous Time War and the Doctor's role in those tragic events. Now, as you can tell by the cover, it's a tale about John Hurt's excellent war doctor, and at this point in time in the Engines of War, the Time War has raged on for centuries, and the Doctor has become very weary, and he's angry and ashamed of all the Dalek blood that he spilled, all the innocent lives that have been caught in the crossfire between the Daleks and the Time Lords, and everything about John Hurt's Doctor that you sympathised in Day of the Doctor is expanded upon and detailed in those critical moments where the Time Lord just couldn't take any more, and he decided to use the moment to wipe out his own people and his arch enemies. Now, as soon as I heard about this book, I knew I just had to get it, and I'm so glad that I did. I picked up mine from Waterstones last Saturday. So glad that I did. And as you can see, BBC Books have published something that's a real thing of beauty. Clearly they didn't want it to be just another volume in the Doctor Who range of hardback books. They want it to be absolutely special, something that would be talked about for years, and they've done just that. Now, starting with the dust jacket, as you can see from front cover, they've got a really striking image of John Hurt in the front in all his War Doctor gear. You've got Daleks in the background. You've also got a hybrid image of the regular Dalek there, with the giant cannon of the Special Weapons Dalek from Remembrance of the Doctors. And this is not just for showy-offy purposes. This new paradigm of Dalek does actually feature prominently in this story, and that's a real authentic touch there, which is really nice. And I just love how you've got the Daleks attacking a ruined Gallifrey in the window of that gear there on the front cover. I love all the Dalek sources on the rest of the cover here, in a sort of fiery space, fiery orange space. I love the colours, the layout. I love the foil stamping there on the Engines of War title. This is one of those times where it's perfectly alright to judge a book by its cover. It's so imaginative. It's just like you'd envision the Time War being, just like George Mann's story itself. And on the back, I'll just move over to the back, we've got another really nice graphic of the flaming TARDIS coming out of that gear there. We've got the No More writing from that scene in Day of the Doctor where John Hurt writes it with laser fire. And we've also got that quote from Matt Smith's 11th Doctor, again from Day of the Doctor. There's a lot of beautiful touches, reference from the 50th anniversary special to appeal to the casual fan here. And it's all gorgeous. It really is. Now, turning to the inside of the dust jacket, I'll just move it down a bit there. As you can see, we've got the book blurb detailing the story's plot at the front. And also at the back, let me just get the back open there, we've got a very informative, we've got all the details on George Mann's previous works, his career and his life. It's all good to know, very informative. And if we just partially remove the dust jacket to reveal the book's spine, as you can see, there's more beautiful foil stamping there of the title, the author, the publisher. BBC Books have really gone all out with the quality of this publication here. It's absolutely beautiful. We'll have a look inside now. As you can see, the binding, the page quality, are both top-notch. The Doctor Who font is used there for the titles, for the headers, the chapter titles as well. Yeah, as you can see, for the various parts and the chapters as well. It's gorgeous to behold, with my only criticism being, and this is of the presentation, and this is only a nitpick here. I'll just get to a bit here, see if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, never mind. There was a passage of Dalek text here, which I just wanted to show you. And yeah, you can see there, cease, show yourself, surrender, and you will be. It's not written in the Dalek font like some of the text was in the Prisoner of the Daleks. Now, I know this is only just a little bit of a nitpick, but if it had Dalek font like that in Prisoner of the Daleks, then it just would have made it a bit more of a nice artistic touch. But it's inconsequential, really. Right, now, the story itself. This is easily one of the best Doctor Who novels ever written. It's every bit as good as Prisoner of the Daleks. It's every bit as good as Touched by an Angel. And George Mann had a difficult assignment given to him, and his response to the challenge was to write something that is exciting, imaginative, dark and horrific, and ultimately worthy of both Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat. Like I said before, Mann has captured the essence of the War Doctor here and expanded upon it. He's tired, he's angry, he's guilt-ridden, and he's feebly trying to hang on to the ideals and quirks that the Doctor as a whole is famous for. He's damaged goods, and you can't help but feel for him. And the plot itself is a great adventure story. It's very well paced, terrific writing style that George writes here. So imaginative and inventive, and it makes you think, yeah, that's how a time war would be fought between the Time Lords and the Daleks. Other positive boons about this story is that the writer has done his homework, and he utilises elements from classic Doctor Who stories, classic Doctor Who episodes like The Five Doctors and Genesis of the Daleks, as well as the newer episodes like The Night of the Doctor, The End of Time and The Day of the Doctor, to fuel various characters and plot elements. It's all purposeful, natural and utterly intelligent. And Rassilon from End of Time is one of the main antagonists here, and his depiction is so accurate that you can actually visualise John Hurt and Timothy Dalton going at it. The Time Lord's corruptions, the Daleks' machinations, the human race's justified fear and hatred of both races. Oh my god, it's just so deep, this book. It's staggering. And finally there's the character of Cinder, who's really three-dimensional and the perfect one-time companion for John Hurt's War Doctor. She starts out as hate-filled as Cass from Night of the Doctor, and ends up developing into someone just so endearing. It's similar to Alice Watson's story from The Time Machine, only here Cinder's life was really torn apart before it could begin, and yet her union with the Doctor ultimately changes both of them for the better. It's another classic example here of how the Time Lord needs a companion and just how wisely he chooses them. Cinder is absolutely fantastic, along with everything else in this book. On the whole, Doctor Who Engines of War, I'd say it's virtually perfect. The $12.99 price tag there. Yeah, sorry, that's a bit of a rubbish look at the price there. It's $12.99. This book, and it's justified, frankly, the price. It's the perfect literary companion to the 50th anniversary. I just couldn't put it down this weekend. It was absolutely awesome from start to finish. This was exceptional, and for every single Whovian out there, this is essential. And there is an audiobook version of this story coming out later this year. I hope John Hurt narrates it, or at the very least they get Nicholas Briggs to narrate it. I can't wait, I really can't. And in closing, I say, what are you waiting for? Get this book now, 5 stars. Doctor Who Engines of War is available to buy now from all good bookshops. Buy it, buy it, buy it. and thanks so much for listening to me waffle on, folks. My next video that I'm going to be putting up will be the final part of the Destiny of the Doctor review series. I'll be reviewing The Time Machine. Please check out my Facebook page and the link below, and also check out Beartown Radio as well. Take care, folks. See you next time.